So this is the undeveloped shelter site with construction debris and no tent space. And there I am, tucked away in the woods. Very stealthy. So, Vermont nickname is Vermud, and it started raining almost the minute I crossed the state line, and it's been like this the first 6 miles of Vermont. the chuckle that the Bluetooth button worked, that I get every time I use this thing. Hey, it's day 159. Late start because I was wet, and it's a relatively short day. Already coming up on the beaver pond, which is like the first obstacle. Oh wow, I wonder how flooded it is. I may be getting wet. I put on what were my dry socks this morning, but in wet shoes, they're already wet, so it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see which way the trail goes around this thing or through this thing. Anyway, day 159, my plan options for the day were 9 miles to the road that goes into Bennington, 10 miles to the shelter right after that road, or like 19 miles to the next shelter after that, which is completely unrealistic. So between a 9 mile and a 10 mile, I think I'll go into Bennington, get a hotel room, dry everything out as best I can. And, you know, rumor has it it's going to rain sometime again in the next couple hours, so I'll probably get soaked to the bone again. So the hotel room seems like the better choice. Not the budget conscious choice, but the, I don't know, enjoyment conscious choice. Yeah, the mud, the trail is mud. It's almost pure mud today. Yesterday at least it had a couple inches of water on top of that, so you could rinse your feet as you go, but now it's just mud. But doing my frogs jumping around my way, doing my best to not get any wetter than I can manage, but I harbor no delusions that I'll be staying dry today. This appears to be Beaver Pond Outlet, so I have to cross this. Doesn't look too bad. It's not impassable, and I might be able to do it without getting wet if I'm careful. I wonder if I should get water while I'm here. There's a little chop on that water. There's the beaver dam. Well, it rained from about, I don't even know what time it is, but it started raining at about 12:15, 12:30, somewhere in there. Yeah, let's say 12:30. I'm about a half mile from the shelter, so I'm gonna guess it's about 1:15, and I'll be getting to the shelter about 1:30 by my best guess. So that's what's been going on. It stopped raining a few minutes ago, like really stopped. It's not even misting right now. We're alongside this gorgeous stream and on a flat little path, but I'm gonna have to climb over this old blowdown right here, so bear with me. There we go. Not so bad. I'm gonna take my break at the shelter. It's a little over halfway, well over halfway, I guess. I was a little bit unclear on how far the shelter was going to be because some notes in Far Out suggested that Far Out was wrong, and there was a sign yesterday that suggested Far Out was wrong, but so far it's been not wrong in terms of the distances covered today and how far and everything. So should be there in about 15 minutes. And I'll take my my lunch break. Lunch bags and a table, nice. Well, I left the Congdon shelter, which is where I stopped for lunch, about where are we at now? Half hour ago, and so it's about a mile back. So Congdon shelter is like 4.2 from Highway 9, which is where I would get picked up to go into Bennington. I started calling hotels in Bennington, and all the good ones are booked. So I kind of feel like I got the short end of the stick. I'm staying at some place called the Starlight that says on Far Out, it says they have laundry and it says they do shuttles, but they don't have laundry and they don't do shuttles, but they're a little bit cheaper than the others, but they get some bad reviews. So I don't know what I've got myself stuck with and how I'm going to dry my clothes tonight. But the big storm, the tropical storm Debbie, is going to hit this area at about 4, between 4 and 4:30, and I should be at Highway 9 right at 4. So I went ahead and signed up with the Starlight for what it is. Autumn Inn was booked, and Catamount was booked, and Catamount is everybody's favorite. So it's the most hiker friendly. It's right downtown, walking distance to everything. It has laundry, all that. So, I don't even know if my place has Wi-Fi. Probably not. Plus, it's outside the edge of town, so I can't like walk to the internet cafe or any of that kind of stuff. So who knows what tonight will bring. Then I turned around and called the shuttle. I just called one of the numbers, and they seemed very helpful, except they're a little bit scared for me and were strongly suggesting I stay put and weather the storm at the shelter. But if I insist on pressing on, they would pick me up at Highway 9 at 4, but to give them a call when I get to Harmon Hill. So I'm pressing on. I'm about to give them a call in about 15 minutes when I get to Harmon Hills to give them an idea where I'm at. So that's the situation I find myself in. Right now it's not raining, and I feel like I'm making pretty good time. The trail is relatively flat and intermittently muddy, but right now it's a brisk pace just to get as far as I can before the weather changes. This is Harmon Hill, and I'm 1.7 miles from destination. I have about 1 hour to complete it in. interested to see how challenging it is compared to a couple of my more challenging descent memories. A very quick check-in. I'm about 5 minutes from the road. I can see the road right there, but most of the descent has been down boulder steps made of these kinds of boulders. So very tedious and slow, but not tricky or slippery. It's just careful. So I'll be at the road in 5 minutes or so, and my ride is probably waiting for me already. So I better get down there. Well, folks, I ran through every mom and pop motel in this town, as well as some of the big chain ones, and they're all booked. So I ended up here at the Knotty Pine, and it's Konnntty. It's not Knotty Pine like the by the hour place. Anyway, it's pricey, but it's extremely cool, old school. Oh, here we go. Look at the paneling. I wonder what kind of paneling that is. Maybe Knotty Pine? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, I was able to get a room at the Knotty Pine. They don't seem that full compared to all the other places that are highly recommended for hikers. But probably because this place is about twice the price. But it is quite lovely. And I'm going to try to enjoy my stay here. They have a laundry room about 3 doors down, and it's kind of hot in here because I just turned the AC on. And it hasn't done that yet, but anyway, thought I'd give you an update. I'll give you a shot at the outside at some point too, because it's kind of cool. And it's in the kind of the northern suburb of Bennington, which is by the Walmart and the Chipotle and the sushi place and all around here. So I should be well cared for. Alright, this is what I'm missing on the trail. Just looked out my window